Most people wear agreeableness like a badge of honor, never realizing it quietly imprisons them inside a psychological cage they built themselves. Carl Jung called this complete identification with the persona, a mask so fused to the face that the real self disappears entirely beneath it. No child is born wearing a social mask. It is carefully constructed through years of punishment, shame, and the desperate need for belonging. Children learn quickly which parts of themselves are safe to show and which parts must be buried underground to survive. The persona itself is not the problem. Without a social face, navigating the world becomes nearly impossible. The danger arrives when you forget you are wearing it. Jung referenced the myth of Heracles, whose poisoned robe fused permanently into his skin. Removing it meant tearing away his own living flesh. When life finally ruptures the mask, most people panic and frantically rebuild an even more rigid, more suffocating version of their false self. Trauma research reveals a fourth threat response beyond fight, flight, and freeze. It is called the fawn response, born from volatile environments. The nervous system eventually codes this survival strategy into permanent identity, interpreting disappointing someone as a genuine, existential threat. Constantly scanning for the safest answer causes personal desires to completely atrophy, leaving only internal blankness where identity once lived. Jung called the buried impulses the shadow. Every suppressed emotion accumulates there, quietly souring in the dark like forgotten weight. The most agreeable people often express suppressed rage through passive aggression, subtle sabotage, and sudden emotional withdrawal. Jung observed that those devoted to appearing purely good inevitably cast the darkest shadow, operating without conscious oversight or ethical control. When suppressed forces reach an extreme, the psyche violently reverses, suddenly abandoning marriages, exploding in rage, or destroying established reputations. Small, deliberate doses of disappointment act as vital release valves, discharging built-up pressure before catastrophic psychological collapse occurs. Retraining the nervous system begins with low-stakes moments, sitting through discomfort until the body learns that mild disapproval does not mean destruction. When you stop being infinitely accommodating, some relationships dissolve, revealing they were never genuine connections but merely conditional arrangements. True freedom belongs to the person who chooses gentleness from strength, not fear. Ensuring kindness remains a conscious gift rather than a defensive reaction.